Hi everyone, this is an announcement to let you know that after these readings are released, I'll be changing the name of this channel from Peace, Love and Tarot to Wild Lotus Tarot. I just felt that Peace, Love and Tarot was no longer in alignment with myself and with my message, so I wanted to choose a new name. And I've always loved the lotus because it's a symbol of spiritual transformation, and also because it appears on what is, I'm sure, all of our favourite card, and that is the Ace of Cups. So if we just have a look down here, they are lotus flowers on the surface there. And, the idea is that the lotus flower, it starts its journey as a seed, in the mud at the bottom of the pond, and it follows the light through the water to the surface where it blooms as that beautiful flower. And, it's a symbol of the transformation, the journey to open ourselves to love, to self-love, to the divine. So I love that idea. I think it's a beautiful symbol. That's why I've chosen that name. And I see, my purpose with this channel is to help you, access that wild lotus inside of you and to help you on your journey of transformation, whatever that might be for you. So next time you tune in, you'll see the new name. I've already started changing the channel art, so it's going to be a little bit inconsistent for the next week or so. And just while you're here too, before we start your reading, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, for your subscription if you've subscribed, for every like, comment and share. I really do appreciate it. You've really helped me grow my channel. I'm very passionate about tarot and I love bringing you these readings, and I really hope that you'll join me in my new journey as Wild Lotus Tarot. So for now, let's go to your reading. Okay, welcome back Aquarius. This is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for the week of May 25th to the 31st. Doing fixed positions this week, so we have here in your recent past, or the energy that you might just be moving through at the moment, we have Judgment and the Six of Swords. As your current energies or focus energies this week, we have the Three of Wands and the Ten of Crystals. And coming in for you in your near future or outcome energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Three of Cups, and we have your oracle cards here, which we will start off with in just a moment. So yeah, we have a situation of judgment. We have a final call, an awakening. Something is trying to get your attention. You're having some kind of final showdown in a situation. And there is a sense of, moving past the situation so you can move towards something that is far more in alignment for you. We see you at the crossroads there with that Three of Wands, really reassessing your options for the future, planting new seeds that are really going to lead to a great period of abundance, of luxury, of independence. You will be celebrating that in the near future. So definitely, if we do have a release here or moving away from this situation, there may be a period of independence after that, but we have to remember it is definitely leading you to a far greater reality. So let's start with the oracle cards here then, Aquarius. Just turn those over. We have Ojas, beautiful cards, and we have Pillar of Light. Okay, so first of all, the Ojas oracle card here from the Yogic Path deck, that is really about, the fact that you may have gone through like a healing period or a period of rest, or nurturing yourself, looking after yourself with better, dietary well-being, healthcare routines, and that's really starting to show. That's also the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. People are starting to notice, oh, you're looking great, you're magnetic, what have you done differently? It might be because you've had more time to rest over this lockdown period, and that's really starting to show on you, and people are attracted to that. And we have Pillar of Light here, which is about your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So again, it could be that you've gone through an energetic shift or going through an energetic shift in this awakening, and that too is really starting to show. And often when we do release, go through a purge or release or go through a period of awakening, yes, first of all we might feel and look worse because our body is recalibrating with changing at a cellular level. However, we generally then make a bit of a quantum leap in the energy that we're putting out, our vibe, but also how we look. Have you noticed that more spiritually awake people generally have that glow? So I think that's what's happening to you here, Aquarius. Things are shifting, and it's actually showing on a physical level as well. So I'm going to read that one out to you, and then we'll go to the tarot cards. You are heaven and earth in perfect expression, a conduit for the light of the heavens to the earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light, connecting the light of the heavens above with the earth. As the light shines through each of your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration and the vibration of the planet. Linking to higher realms of the cosmos, guides and angels and spirits with the ancient wisdom, keepers and beings of planet Earth. So, we all have that ability, Aquarius, but maybe it's your time now to wake up to that purpose, to definitely moving towards a higher vibrational state. And in order to move to a higher vibrational state, often we go through awakenings, we go through judgments, we go through transition periods in our lives. So let's start with these two here, and then we'll go to our clarifier. Let's get a focus on that for you. So in your recent past here, or the energy that you're moving through at the moment, you have the Five of Swords and you have the energy of Judgment. Guys, this is waking up to something in your life that has been a sense of conflict, a challenge for you. The Five of Swords can be, the more challenging conflict than the Five of Wands. It can be the argumentative energies. It can be the sense of, competition, that sort of challenge. So obviously it can be in our relationships, it can be in the workplace, it can be in friendships or on the home front, especially with being in isolation that many of us are now. Now the thing with the Five of Swords is that it is actually a card of victory, but it's a victory that comes at a cost. So you could ask yourself, in what area of your life have you been trying to sort of, let's say, win? But it's a win that comes with maybe something that, you might be engaging in activities and behaviour that is not in alignment with who you are. Number 5 in the tarot is the number of conflict. It's also the number of change. So it says that great change is required in order to move out of this state, in order to transmute this energy, in order to move to a much more, greater sense of calm and peace in your life. The energy of Judgment. Energy of Judgment is an awakening. It's about awakening to what may have kept you small, constricted, confined in your life. And the Five of Swords energy is absolutely going to make you feel that way, Aquarius, because no one feels good when they're engaging in, in battle, in conflict, especially if it is at somebody else's cost. Of course, there are levels to that as well. So Judgment is about, the divine trying to get your attention and say, hey, it's time to move on. It's time to raise your vibration. And there's a greater plan in place for you. And I feel like you've heard that call and you have started to move away from a situation. And there might be a sense of vulnerability in that. These people here are naked, but they are ready. They are ready to offer themselves to this angel and to move on. Because, my goodness, Aquarius, you've had enough of being in the dark, of, being in the denser energy. That's what I'm feeling here. Now, Judgment can also be the card of the last call or second chances. So it can be a time to say, hey, well, if I make some fundamental changes to not engage in this conflict and to experience the situation from a different place, be it my relationship, my work, my family interactions, whatever it is for you, then maybe I can stay in it, But I do feel that, Aquarius, you are going to be moving on, because we do have the Six of Swords in this reading. So the Six of Swords is all about making a necessary rite of passage in order to get to a greater sense of calm and peace, in order to move on to a better place in your life. It's a necessary transition. It doesn't usually feel comfortable. It can come with that sense of sadness, a heavy heart, of despair. But, it's about understanding, Aquarius, that sometimes we need to release things. We need to let people go, situations go, jobs go, that we might have had a certain level of enjoyment in, but if we want to raise our vibration, if we want to get to the next level, we have to drop something, we have to release something, and that's the energy of the Six of Swords. It's about, willing to feel the lightness of walking away from something. And if possible, we try and carry a light load. We don't try and take the baggage, the hangover of the past with us. We try and go forth in an empty vessel, because we are, sailing into a time of greater peace. It's about leaving behind the situations that have caused us emotional turmoil, that have had us on the emotional roller coaster, and committing now to calm and peace. So you are definitely making a transition, moving away from something so that you can move towards something far, far greater, Aquarius. Okay, so in your focus energies this week, this is where we see the change, this is where we see the transition. So 3 of Wands, and we have the beautiful 10 of Pentacles as well. Sorry guys, I have to keep on refocusing the camera when I do the close-ups. Okay, some of you will find yourselves at a bit of a crossroads at the moment, at this week, after releasing the situation. You know, so much of our identity can be caught up in the things I mentioned you might be releasing: jobs, relationships, friendships, changes in our home environment. And we can go through that period where we sort of feel a bit out to sea, a bit in the desert. Maybe we don't really know who we are behind those things, because a lot of us, you know, are living life through the personality, through the ego, and when we drop that, that's when we really start to sense our core essence. And there might be a moment of thinking, okay, well, if not all the other things, if not the thing that I released, what now? What way am I going to head? And I think what's clear for you, Aquarius, at this stage of the game, is that you don't want to re-engage with the past. This person here has turned their back on the past. They are not re-engaging with that. They are only, you know, engaging with the present moment, and also, you know, taking some considered action into the future direction. Because you really, you know, you desire success and achievements, you know, new terrain, new challenges, Aquarius, and we can see these boats on the horizon indicating those successes. No, they're not here yet, but they are coming in the next season. We've got the 3 of Cups in this reading, which is about celebrating new harvests, celebrating the seeds that you're planting now, Aquarius. So you are in a period of setting up, of manifesting a new direction. That's what we see here. You know, and it's about putting the plans in place and taking inspired action. This person here has a grip on the Ace of Wands, which is about, okay, what am I going to do now in order to make this happen? And we have it here with the 10 of Crystals, and there's 2 meanings in this for me. One, I feel like it's an indication of a completion, the completion that you have left here, a completion that could be either around the home front, how you've made your money, so that would be the work situation, or also in a sense of something that held a certain amount of stability for you, and I think that's why you stayed in it for so long. I also see this 10 of Crystals as the foreshadowing of where you're heading, of these successes that we see on the horizon now that really have the ability to go the distance. The 10 of Crystals is the 10 of Pentacles in the Rider deck, and that talks about, you know, the greatest amount of abundance, having all the worldly resources, the financial resources, the solidity, the stability, the home, the partner, generational living, all of those things that you desire to its greatest level. And I feel that the decisions that you make now are bringing you closer to that goal. You're going through a setup phase now, so it's really exciting. I do love that card a lot. Both of those cards actually, because they just indicate those kind of changes. Okay, near future outcome position. We've got the 9 of Pentacles that came out together with the Hermit, and the 3 of Cups. So I do feel, Aquarius, there is going to be a period of flying solo for you. The 9 of Pentacles and the Hermit both talk about having a sense of being on your own, but being really independent. So the Hermit tells me that, you know, you're going to go within to seek answers, to figure out this next move, to figure out the next direction in your life. You know, the Hermit goes within, seeks that wisdom, understands that all the answers are within. And I really feel that you are looking to illuminate the path forward. The Hermit can talk about healing and restoring and regenerating after, you know, maybe ending a big cycle under this judgment energy. And, you know, at the moment, you might only be able to see, you know, one step ahead of you, Aquarius. You know, we've got the link to the star energy here and the Hermit's lantern, and the star is about renewal, being reborn, setting up for divine wish fulfillment. But at the moment, you might only be able to, shine that light bright enough to just see that one step ahead. But the more you seek the answers, the more you heal, the more you reflect on situations and understand them, this star energy starts burning brighter, and the brighter it burns, then that path forward starts to illuminate. So it tells me it's going to be a process of you finding that new path, but my goodness, when you do, it is leading you to the good stuff. Now with the double 9 energy here, I do feel that it could be a 9-week or a 9-month journey for you. I think it's going to be a little bit of a period of time. But during this time, I feel that you are going to feel really, shining in your light. You're going to be magnetic. You're going to be starting to feel more confident, more attractive. This has been linking back to that pillar of light energy. Your vibration is raising. I think some of you might be going through a spiritual awakening. Judgment and the Hermit are both cards of spiritual awakening in the tarot. So I feel like there is some kind of, quantum leap, some kind of releasing denser energies and really receiving the new codes. And, again, we've got the 9 and 10 of Pentacles in this reading. I don't think you're going to have any problems with your sense of material abundance and, building that sense of financial security for yourself. It says that even if you are having to go out on your own, be it, starting work on your own, freelance capacity, finding new work, or entering a new relationship, if you think this is a relationship reading for you, it says that you're going to be successful on your own. You don't need anyone else. There's no sense of codependency at all required here. And it's a sense of now, commanding luxury and quality in your life over quantity. It's really, really a card of abundance, that 9 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Cups. You will celebrate this transition. You will celebrate making this move in your life in the near future, Aquarius. The 3 of Cups says that whatever seeds you are planting this week, in the future they are going to lead to that great harvest for you. You will celebrate them. But we have to understand that when we make a transition in our life, when we start to walk a new path, or we plant new seeds, we don't see the fruits of our labours immediately. We have to nurture them, focus our energies, love them, and have the confidence to keep on pursuing that. And it's only then that we will reap the rewards in maybe a few months' time. It might not even be till next year for some of you, but it's having that trust, that faith, that confidence that we will be rewarded and things will play out as they're supposed to, Aquarius. Some really interesting cards here. So Aquarius, that is your reading. I do hope you enjoyed it. You are definitely going through some kind of vibrational frequency raising, some kind of awakening. You're really, putting plans in place to move into a far greater period of your life. There is going to be potentially a period of, solo journeying, but that is going to be such great growth for you as well, Aquarius. So do keep in mind it's a general reading, Aquarius. It won't be for everyone. Can't be everyone's reading every time. Do leave me a comment. I read them all. I love to know how it's playing out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here, same time, same place, for another reading next week.